Big news today, the president in town. Good morning, Paul Lindman, Scott Lynn. It's the morning update for a Tuesday. KUX News Time is 7:10. President Obama holding one fundraiser at the Oregon Convention Center for donors who pay between $500 and $1,000 and a separate event for $30,000 donors and those who wish to give more than that. Let's catch up with the chair of the Democratic Party in Oregon this morning, Meredith Wood Smith, who joins us live. And Meredith, it's good to talk to you again. Do you think the president actually causes harm by not participating in a rally and letting people who can't afford to donate to have that experience, and maybe even non-Democrats who might like to see a sitting president?
That's true, Paul, but I think due to the unfortunate events in Aurora, Colorado, I think the president's schedule got changed so that he was not able to do the grassroots event. But, the turnout for his fundraising event is incredible. We had to move it. It had to be moved from the Art Museum over to the Convention Center.
Can you put some numbers on that? How many people are expected?
I don't know what the numbers are today. I actually haven't heard from yesterday, so I don't know. But I know that we were turning people down, and so they found the necessity to open it up.
Meredith, have you noticed any difference in enthusiasm from 2008? Obviously, things haven't gone as smoothly for the president as he'd hoped.
The enthusiasm for the president is very interesting, is just increased. And with this event coming up, our phones are ringing all the time about how they can help. I know that's true for the campaign. We're seeing an incredible excitement around the president. So I know that that's out there, but I don't see it from our standpoint. And, of course, we're continuing to register more Democrats.
As you well know, the president's visit has brought out political activists, the environmentalists, labor groups. The Fiscally Conservative Americans for Prosperity group is holding their rally to talk about their support of coal shipments. They're saying the president is blocking jobs and such development and using environmental laws as the excuse why. What would be the response to that?
Well, that's their story, and they can stick to it if they want to, but that's absolutely not true. I think the president is being responsible for the environment. This is a president that's talking about building on an economy from the middle out, not the top down. So he has worked incredibly hard to try to help those of us in the middle class to get a heads up and to get moving.
The Association of Western Pulp and Paper Workers, meantime, as you know, they're opposing the Trans-Pacific Partnership Free Trade Agreement supported by the Obama administration. What's your comment in that regard?
Well, it's kind of interesting. Fortunately for us is that we have quite a diversity with our labor folks and diversity within our party. I think the president is doing what needs to do to get this country back on solid footing and to help build the middle class and to do what's necessary to make our country strong again.
Meredith, if you had the president's ear for 1 minute today, what would you tell him about Oregon and what's needed most here?
I'd tell him that we need to continue to invest in the infrastructure of Oregon. As you know, Paul, many of our bridges are not doing as well as we certainly would like them to be doing, and we know that construction jobs are important for our economy. I would tell him that. I would also have him look at other ways in which we can invest and build. I'm excited about the health care transformation that the governor has worked on in the legislature in order to do that, to help get better health care to our folks and to continue that. And then recently getting a waiver from No Child Left Behind will let us do a better job in educating our young people and just to continue to support states in being innovative and creative in education.
And very quickly, are we going to get a makeup event to make up for the one the president had to cancel sometime in the future?
I hope so, but I don't know that. I certainly don't have any control over his schedule, but I know that he thinks that Oregon is very important to the campaign. We feel that we're going to be safe for him, but, we never stop working. That's why we keep registering voters and getting out there on the doorsteps and on the phones.
Meredith Wood Smith, she chairs the Democratic Party in Oregon. Meredith, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Paul. Have a good day.
KX News Time 739. Political activists who disagree with the president, at least on some issues, are holding rallies in Portland today. One of them, Americans for Prosperity. And joining us from that group this morning is State Director Carla K. Edwards. Carla, it's good to talk to you. I've read your release. You want the president to cut the red tape and help America get back to work. Some would argue, well, that's what he's doing.
Well, we don't see it that way. We see that he's using his administrations to make sure to stop businesses from being able to get through and create the jobs that we so desperately need here in Oregon.
One of your issues is the coal shipments, the proposed coal shipments coming through Oregon. Make your case for that, if you would.
Yeah, so there's 4 separate projects proposed to come through Oregon for using our competitive advantage, which is our port system, to ship coal to other places in the world. And one of the things that we know that it will bring is, at least between the 4 projects, at least 1,500 permanent jobs, several thousand temporary construction jobs, and a huge boom of economy of millions of dollars to the economy, hundreds of millions of dollars actually. And they're important to have them go through. And so that's what we're really rallying, is that, hey, these are good, solid jobs that are oftentimes, like in Coos Bay, you're talking about bringing 165 jobs that will bring over $90,000 a year to a community that is desperate and has a desperate unemployment. Kitzhaber, just a couple of years ago, said bringing 15 jobs to Coos Bay is like bringing 500 jobs to Portland.
Carla, I'd like you to listen to what Meredith Wood Smith, the Democratic Party chair in Oregon, as you know, said when a while ago on this program. We gave her some of your arguments, talking about the Obama administration using environmental regulations to block such activity and job growth. Here's what she said.
Well, that's their story, and they can stick to it if they want to, but that's absolutely not true. I think the president is being responsible for the environment. You know, this is a president that's talking about building on an economy from the middle out, not the top down. So he has worked incredibly hard to try to help those of us in the middle class to get a heads up and to get moving.
And you would say what, Carla?
I would say he's done nothing but try to make government the job creator. We know in this country it's businesses that are the job creator, and government needs to get out of the way. The reality is his administration has a tradition of being sued and then settling. In fact, they actually encourage environmental organizations to sue them so that they can go in and settle beyond what the regulations are.
Carla, as you know, the gridlock in Congress has made it impossible to get anything done in Washington. I mean, is all this on Obama and his administration?
Of course not. It is on all of us being able to get people in there that can follow and lead this country to a better, prosperous jobs. As Americans for Prosperity, we believe the best people to lead America to prosperity are the businesses that have built this country, not government.
Your rally is from 11 until 2 today in the South Park Blocks, downtown Portland. Speakers beginning at noon. That's a lot of talk time. Who are we going to be hearing from?
Yeah, well, actually, we are speaking. Our speakers begin at 11.
Okay.
And we will have Jeff Krupp from Oregon Citizen Watch. We will have Gordon Folks, James Buechel, and Sandy Morales from down in Coos Bay is coming up to talk about the benefits to her community down in Coos Bay. And then we'll be done in the park about 12:30, where we'll actually move over to the convention center with a sidewalk rally where President Obama is at.
Is the point to get the president's attention on this during his visit, or more so the attention of citizens who might not know what you're advocating for?
I think the point is both. We need his attention that here's an opportunity for jobs that would be wonderful for Oregon in a state that's struggling at we're 33rd in the country in unemployment, and we need this opportunity, and we need him not to interfere. These projects are going to pass EPA regulations unless he interferes on behalf of the environmental community. So we really need him to stay out of this and allow these projects to move forward. And at the same time, we need the community to see and recognize what the true facts of the story are, because we don't believe the true facts are getting out. And in fact, there's a lot of scare tactics that are happening from the other side.
Carla K. Edwards, she's State Director of the Americans for Prosperity Advocacy Group. Thanks for sharing your thoughts with us this morning, Carla.